So today we're here with Sam Geller, who is a first team, but sadly could not play today's game. Why is that, Sam?
Well, the last home game we had against Wilmslow, I bulged my disc, a recurring injury. I've had it since about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I've done it 3 times now. So yeah, against Wilmslow, flare up of the disc. So yeah, gonna rule me out for about 3 months at the minute, unfortunately. Yeah. So gutted to not be out there with the lads today, but phenomenal win, great win at home.
Yeah. So how do you think the game went today?
Well, it was a bit of a strange game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think the conditions played a part. You know, it was a bit wet, a bit windy, a bit cold. I think caught a few of the lads off guard.
Yeah.
It was a slow start.
Yeah.
I think both sides made quite a few errors. The first try, which we scored, Sam Vivian, I think that was a fumble from their line-out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we just capitalised on a couple of errors, but you know, second half when we went behind, they scored a try, and I think they went 24, 21 up. I think that gave us a bit of a kick up the backside, as they say. And the lads came back, scored 2 really good team tries, and we just managed to keep hold of our lead till the end.
Yeah. So how do you think the wind went?
The wind.
No, yeah, the wind.
The wind. It's tough with rugby, and especially at New Brighton. It's a big ground. It's a big open ground. You know, we're just by the beach. You get a lot of wind, and I think it always impacts one half or the other. You never get a wind that's coming across pitch. It's always going down or up. So you always have to play to your advantages. First off, I don't think we capitalised on it enough, but I do think we were quite sloppy. But again, both teams were. But I think if we had played for the middle 20, I think if we had played like that the whole game, I think we would have put a fair few points away, and we'd have come away with a handsome win. But a win's a win. 5-point win at home against a team who beat us twice last season. I don't think Steady can ask.
It was a very slim win as well.
Yeah, a point in it, wasn't it? Yeah. So I think they're the ones you love the most, though. You know, the ones that you had to battle for, the ones you've earned. The ones that are close that you can go to bed tonight and really pat yourself on the back and go, that's a win that we're going to remember. Yeah.
So how long have you been at the club or playing rugby?
I've been at New Brighton since I was born. My dad was a squash member down here. A lot of people down the club know my dad. So I pretty much grew up here. Mm-hmm. Grew up with the likes of Sean Ellis and Heskey looking after me when I was probably about as big as you. Not sure I've ever been. I might have been a bit bigger than you though, but Sean Ellis and Heskey will remember me when I was a young lad, and I've been at the club since pretty much since I was born. I had a bit of a gap away from the club for about 5-6 years, where I went and pursued some other interests, but I came back to the club during lockdown, and you know, the last 4 seasons, you know, I've been down as much as I can, helping out. I've been riddled with a few injuries, but that's rugby, isn't it? You know, we just get on with it. So, you know, I'm 31 now, but I've been, you know, a New Brighton fan since day one, really.
Do you have any advice for any of the juniors down at the club?
The juniors where it's born. The advice is that I've played every sport you can play. I was fortunate enough, you know, to have my dad pushing me to play sport all the time, and rugby is probably, it's a sport not like any other. You know, the respect it teaches you, the life lessons, teaches you what's inside you. You know, when the going gets tough, just like we did today, you know, we went down to 14 men, and the boys battled hard on our own 5. Teaches you a lot of lessons, teaches you a lot about yourself, teaches you a lot about teammates, and I think that's the main thing to take away. That, you know, coming up as a junior, you've got to respect the lads around you. You know, those lads are going to be, and girls, you know, are going to be with you for a long time, for many years, and you'll make a lot of friends along the way. And along the way, you've got to make a lot of memories. And rugby is a great sport that's gonna help you find a lot out about yourself. And as you get into, you know, as you become an old adult like me, you'll start to remember those younger years, and you'll really, you know, cherish them.
So when learning how to play rugby, what do you think is more important, talent or attitude?
Big question. I'm going to say when learning how to play, it's always It's always going to be attitude. Attitude is just like I said, I've played a lot of sports, and you've just got to keep giving it a go. You're always going to fail. You're always gonna get things wrong. You're always probably gonna get shouted at. You're always gonna have your mates telling you you're rubbish, but you just got to get back up and go again. And you've got to believe in yourself. No one's going to believe in yourself more than you will. There's no one who can do that for you. You know, don't let anybody cast any doubt on you.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you've got a long life to live, and you've got to have that attitude to see it that way, to say, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep going year after year, game after game, week after week. I'm going to keep putting all my efforts into it. So that attitude can't be replaced. It's either in there or it isn't with most people. Whereas talent's one of them things that along the way you can improve on. You know, you can improve on your talent, you can work hard at it, you know, you can do extra sessions, you can get down the club, you know, when other lads aren't down. But attitude is one thing that generally you see some top players, their attitude is what makes them stand out above the rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sam, for joining us.
Spot on, George. Thanks so much. Thank you, mate. Thanks for having me.